I now invite Honorable Omidiran to move the bill.
The people of Ayedade, Irewole, Ishokan Federal Constituency, Cap 02 Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to specify the minimum for a second time. I so move, Mr. Speaker. Very much, Mr. Speaker. My dear colleagues, I remain Ayo Omidiran, member representing Ayedade, Irewole, Ishokan Federal Constituency from the state of Osun. And still, the Speaker's princess.
Deputy Speaker's princess.
No, Speaker. Dear colleagues, this bill is basically trying to make the same amendments as we have just approved for the previous bill. We know that these universities, University of Lagos, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ahmadu Bello University, and so on, are government-owned universities of repute. These are our flagship universities in this country. And these amendments are to make sure that we standardize the organization, because a university, though an institution, is also an organization, and the organization has to be standardized across board. Let us have the same requirements for these positions in all these universities, so that at the end of the day we know that what obtains at A obtains at B. So in a nutshell, what we seek to amend here are three. The first is section 16A, which shall input the minimum qualifications of an aspirant to the post of Pro-Chancellor, as it has no existing provision in the Principal Act. The second amendment is an academic addition to section 28, which governs general regulatory functions. This shall empower the University Senate to create intellectual property governance codes in line with international best practices to regulate and protect the ownership of intellectual property within the university. This means that students' theses, lecturers' reports, and so on and so forth will be protected from plagiarism. The third amendment is to insert a new section to the existing Act, namely Section 35A, which shall deal with pre-action notices. When we were considering the previous bill, we have listened to the advantages of these pre-action notices. It is to save the university system unnecessary litigation by looking inward to solve problems that may arise from discontent from any quarter, be it lecturer or even students or contractors to the university. When they give this 1 month notice, the University Senate will be able to first try to see if they can have in-house debate over it and come to an agreement without going for litigation. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you support this bill as you supported the previous one, and let us pass it to standardize our flagship universities. Thank you very much.
Honorable colleague, discussions. The bill will be now read the second time. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to amend the Obafemi Awolowo University Transitional Provisions Act, CAF 02, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004, to specify the minimum qualification for the chairman of the governing council, ownership of intellectual property, and to provide for pre-action notice to the university authority and for related matters. Second reading.